We've just hit 6 million subscribers on the Diary of a CEO. So me and my team would like to do something we've never done before as a little thank you. And we're calling it the Diary of a CEO subscriber raffle. And here is how it works. Every episode this month, we're going to pick 3 current subscribers at random. And we'll send one of you a £1,000 voucher, one of you tickets to come and watch the Diary of a CEO behind the scenes live with our team. And one of you will have a 10-minute phone call with me to discuss whatever you want to talk about. If you're a subscriber, you're in the raffle. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to do something that me and my team love doing so much. It is the greatest honor of my lifetime, and I hope it continues off into the future. Let's get to the episode. You just said to me that much of your work is focused on making sure people have big, fat, fluffy brains.
Yes.
Why does that matter?
It matters because a big, fat, fluffy brain is a healthy brain.
I think on their best days, I would say they are exceptional, perhaps even tipping into fantastic. Did you see it yet, Sax?
Yeah.
It's pretty great. I think they did a great job. Yeah.
That was pretty good, yeah.
It's like one of those weird, superhero groups that it's like a real throwback. And I don't think a lot of people get the aesthetic or what they're trying to do there. But I think you're going to love it, Freeberg. You didn't see it yet, Fantastic Four?
No.
You're going to love it for the science. It's really got like a real throwback to the 50s, 60s science kind of aesthetic. Wrapping up summer months here. In a couple of weeks, we'll be in LA for the All In Summit. A couple of tickets still available, allin.com/events or /yada, yada, yada for the JCal discount. Freeberg, how's your summer going? You doing okay over there, buddy? You showed up last week. You showed up last week. No weeks off for you.
Had a beautiful mountain bike ride yesterday with Xander. We ended up
how nice.
Going on for quite a while.
Now, AI doesn't know the thing I'm thinking about. It doesn't know that the next book I'm going to write about is friendship. It doesn't know the point of view I'm going to have on friendship. If you ask it, what would Simon Sinek say about friendship? It's going to be why this and why that, So it's derivative, right? We know that. It's not original. We know that. But at the end of the day, the work is good. The symphony is good. The art is good. The article is good. The book is decent. Like, it's getting better and better and better. But here's the problem that we keep not talking about. People keep telling us that life is not about the destination. Life is about the journey. That's what we keep being told, right? But when we think about AI, we only think about the destination. We only think about the output. We never think about the input, right? I can tell you that, and you and I can both say the same thing, which is I am smarter, better at problem solving, more resourceful, better at pattern recognition, not because a book exists with my ideas in it, but because I wrote it. The excruciating pain
फेमस अमेरिकन राइटर मार्क ट्वेन ने बड़े साफ शब्दों में कहा था कि कोई भी आइडिया नया नहीं होता। देयर इज नो सच थिंग एज अ न्यू आइडिया। उनकी राय में ज्यादातर इनोवेशंस जो लोग करते हैं, जो नई चीजें लोग सोचते हैं, वो हमेशा पुराने आइडियाज की, एग्जिस्टिंग आइडियाज की परम्यूटेशन और कॉम्बिनेशन से बनी होती है। उन्होंने इस पूरे क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस की तुलना एक मेंटल कलाइडोस्कोप से की। कलाइडोस्कोप जानते हो ना, एक इस तरीके का डिवाइस जिसके अंदर रंग बिरंगे कलर्स दिखते हैं शीशों की वजह से। उन्होंने कहा क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस एक मेंटल कलाइडोस्कोप है, जहां पुराने आइडियाज वही पुराने कलर्ड ग्लास के टुकड़े होते हैं जिन्हें हम घुमाकर नए और क्यूरियस कॉम्बिनेशंस बनाते हैं। आज के दिन बहुत से लोग आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की टेक्नोलॉजी को डाउन प्ले करते हुए कहते हैं कि एआई ओरिजिनल नहीं सोच सकता। लेकिन जिद्दू कृष्णमूर्ति और मार्क ट्वेन की बातें सुनकर सवाल यह उठता है कि क्या इंसान खुद ओरिजिनल सोच सकते हैं?
In fact, this crowd-pleasing reached such a fever pitch that earlier this year, OpenAI even rolled back one of their recent models after CEO Sam Altman tweeted that the version of ChatGPT, quote, glazes too much. Okay, sick.
One of the big problems is that the companies are financially incentivized to keep you engaged when they are creating the models and trying to say, hey, model, this is what success looks like for you. It's not keep the user safe. It's not think about the user's health and well-being. It's something else.
As a therapist, I do want to be validating, but it's also my job to point out when you're engaging in behaviors or thoughts that aren't helping you. Whereas these companion chatbots are really just to be as appealing and unconditionally validating as possible because they want you to stay on the platform. That's their business model. So they're not AI for good. They're AI for profit.
And I'm sure that for a lot of people on the keyboard out there, it's easy for you to take a step back and realize
really have enjoyed following your podcasts and learning from you and your guests.
I appreciate that. That's very meaningful to hear. So thank you for that. I think before we get into the subject matters at hand, I'd love to kind of better understand your job. What does it mean to be the dean of Stanford Medical School? Like, elaborate on what that role is and what your responsibilities are.
Sure. Well, fundamentally, my job is about people, and I have the privilege of working with some truly amazing people every day. People, faculty. Faculty really do everything that's part of our mission. And what is our mission? It really has three parts: patient care, research, and teaching. And those three components are synergistic. So the research we do drives advances in patient care. Students, medical students, PhD students, master's degree students, clinical fellows and residents, they come.
Why? So that I could talk freely at a conference.
What did you want to talk about freely?
How dangerous AI could be. I realized that these things will one day get smarter than us, and we've never had to deal with that. And if you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken. So there's risks that come from people misusing AI, and then there's risks from AI getting super smart and deciding it doesn't need us.
Is that a real risk?
Yes, it is, but they're not going to stop it because it's too good for too many things.
What about regulations?
They have some, but they're not designed to deal with most of the threats. Like the European regulations have a clause that says none of these apply to military uses of AI.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
One of your students left OpenAI.
Yeah, he was probably the most important person behind the development of the early versions of ChatGPT, and I think he left because he had safety concerns. We should recognize that this stuff is an existential threat, and we have to face the possibility that unless we do something soon, we're near the end.
So let's do the risks and what we end up doing in such a world.
OpenBrain deploys 200,000 copies of Agent 3, each capable of thinking 30 times faster than their human researcher counterparts, whereas in 2025, there were only 5,000 Agent 0 copies thinking at 10 times faster than humans. The human engineers watch as their creations make algorithmic efficiency breakthroughs in hours that would take their human team months to crack. We're no longer teaching it, one researcher admits. We're struggling just to keep up with what it's teaching us. The misalignment first caught in Agent 1 has evolved into something more concerning, where Agent 1 merely
recent one a good return, and he's also debated many atheists, including Richard Dawkins and famously Christopher Hitchens. John, I'd like to start with artificial intelligence, and first of all, I'd like to start with the definition of AI. What is, in your opinion, artificial intelligence? Because the wording seems to be very confusing. It seems to be that there's a lot of artificial, but probably not as much intelligence going on. And also, what is your understanding of weak or narrow AI and general AI?
Well, let's start with the basic definition. There's a marvelous paper that was written many years ago by one of the pioneers of AI who rejoices in the name of Joseph McCrae Mellichamp. And he wrote a paper entitled, "The Artificial in Artificial Intelligence is Real." And
it's not worth speculating about them.
What is to stop
what
it?
you have to do is prevent it ever wanting to. That's what we should be doing research on. There's no way we're going to prevent it from... It's smarter than us, right? There's no way we're going to prevent it getting rid of us if it wants to. We're not used to thinking about things smarter than us. If you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken.
Yeah, I was thinking of my dog Pablo, my French bulldog, this morning as I left home. He has no idea where I'm going. He has
Right.
no idea what I do.
Right.
I can't even talk to him.
Yeah. And the intelligence gap will be like that.
So you're telling me that if I'm Pablo, my French bulldog, I need to figure out a way to make my owner not wipe me out.